If you are living in poverty on the struggle bus, trucking it on that choo-choo struggle train every day, don't have kids.
Having children while you are not financially stable is so irresponsible.
It costs anywhere between $100,000 to $120,000 to send one child to daycare.
Have you seen the daycare costs these days? $2,200 a month for one child.
Poor people should not have kids. I'm 100% agree on this statement.
I'm paying $850 a month for my 3-year-old to go to public school.
Hey YouTube, I'm your host Gloria with a very beautiful face, and welcome to the Shade Green. If you are new here, feel free and subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and to my OGs, you are returning subscribers, you guys already know we are the real OG. So guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about this hot topic, this internet debate. I've seen lots of videos of people talking about stuff like poor people should not have kids, especially in this economy. If you can barely survive, cater for yourself, pay rent, because childcare is expensive, like really expensive. So now I just want to put out the question right here for you guys. Do you think poor people should still have kids, or do you think it's kind of selfish for poor people to still have kids? Some people say stuff like it's kind of irresponsible for someone who is not financially buoyant to bring in a kid into this world. He or she can barely fend for, barely care for, barely feed, barely provide, like it's putting or setting that child into struggle. Let's unpack this drama. Make sure you like this video, very important. Hit that like button, it helps our video so much. I mean, do all the needful to push this video to the YouTube algorithm. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And so guys, let's dive straight into this video.
If you are living in poverty on the struggle bus, trucking it on that choo-choo struggle train every day, don't have kids. Don't have kids, okay? Because they're probably going to end up in prison, and I can say that because I was there and I saw what happens and who's there. Why on God's earth would you willingly bring a child into misery just to ride the struggle bus with you? Like, that is crazy to me. Y'all are selfish as hell. I saw it in prison. I saw the results of couples and women in poverty going out there and popping out all these kiddos. And I saw your kiddos in prison because I was in there with them. And when we got out, I was able to make a life for myself as to where they went back to prison. And it's because you decided to have them and give them shit for a chance. It's very likely that if you grew up in poverty, your parents grew up in poverty as well and had you in poverty. And it's just a generational ass curse that's going to continue on and on and on until somebody's smart enough to break it. If you think that you having your child in poverty and saying, oh, well, but I'm going to love them and that's going to be enough, it's not, okay? Love does not equal opportunities. Love does not equal food on the table, a good education, and a good core friend group is going to influence the hell out of them. No, love does not do that. Love may give them a warm, safe, fuzzy feeling when they're in the house for the moments that they're around you. But all those other hours of the day, baby, the area you live in, the school they go to, their core group of friends, all that is going to determine and dictate and influence their decision making and their path. So if you want the trajectory of their life to be straight struggle bus, then keep on having children in poverty. Okay, I stand on what I said. Do better. So again, if you're living in poverty, you should not be having children.
Poor people should not have kids. I'm 100% agree on this statement. And personally, I think if you are poor, like really poor, you cannot even afford your own life, and then if you decide to have kids, it's child abuse. It's irresponsible. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Kids need more than just love. I keep hearing a lot of people say, oh, I'm poor, but I love my children. Yes, because love is all you have. You have nothing. You have no money. Besides love your own children, what else can you offer? But you know what? Love cannot buy bread. Love cannot buy medicine if your child is sick. Love cannot put a roof on top of your children. Love is not money. You need money to raise child. When I decide to get diamond, I make sure that I'm fully prepared. I have a full-time job with a 70,000 annual salary, an apartment which I can afford, a year's emergency fund in my high-yield saving account, a car. I make sure that I can take care of Diamond financially. And he's just a cat. Compared to children, the cat is much more low maintenance. I always want to have a cat, but I did not choose to have a cat during college, during graduate school, during internship, because I don't have a stable income back then. I decided to have a cat after I have a full-time job and an emergency fund. And that's the bare minimum for me to getting a cat. If you decide to have children, that should be the bare minimum for you as well. The stability that you can guarantee for your children. Yes, I know. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? You want to go? Want to go? Want to go or continue? Okay, continue. And you know what's funny is? A lot of the poor people like to emphasize that they love their children. Like rich people or people have money don't love their children. Rich people love their children too. Then just don't emphasize it. Because they can offer their children much more than just love. They can give them better opportunity, better education, because they don't have money. But love is the only thing that poor people have, which simply cannot do anything. Because as far as I know, love is not a currency. You cannot buy food, shelter, or healthcare with love.
What's your definition of poor person? What is your own definition of poor person? And do you think it's selfish to, in fact, go down below in the comment section, let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinion and thoughts.
So I met a childless married couple tonight, and this is my first time meeting a childless married couple. So it was kind of weird for me, and I asked them like, oh, why don't you guys have kids? And they were like, because we can't afford it. It's really interesting how people want kids, but they realize they cannot afford kids. And before you say that's smart of them, duh, they're supposed to do that, most people actually don't consider how much children cost. So to see somebody say, maybe we shouldn't have kids because we can't afford it, it was pretty interesting for me to see that. And I just was like, oh, that's different. Like, I've never seen somebody strategically plan out money for a child. Because everybody I know, or like even people I've met, it kind of just happens. I guess with inflation, it's kind of forcing you to plan out and save for a child. But having a child is literally financial suicide. I'm starting to understand that.
There is a couple barely surviving in this economy that has a cute 4-year-old son. I help them with cash or groceries every month to take care of the child. They called me telling me how they are excited that she is pregnant again.
Poor people shouldn't be having children, and if you're actively having children while you are in poverty, you should be sterilized, because it is truly child abuse to knowingly bring children into poverty when you cannot even provide for yourself as the parent, let alone to a child you already have in your custody. People are going to tell me, how come I come for poor people and not the systems that keep them oppressed? And nothing's keeping these people oppressed. It is their poor decision making to actively have children while they are still in poverty that keeps them oppressed. The system is doing nothing, and in fact, they benefit from the system because they get to enroll in government-assisted aid. And there seems to be no cap on how many times you can re-enroll in these programs. As long as you continuously have kids and remain below the poverty line, you get these resources from taxpayer money, from people who actually work and contribute to the system. People coming for me that are saying that I'm a bad person for saying that poor people shouldn't be having children, like, no, you're the bad person for thinking this family deserves to bring another child into the world when they can't even take care of the kids they already have. Nothing pisses me off more when I was a teacher and I would see parents having more children when they can't even take care of the kids they have in my class. How are you having a third child when you have one of your kids in my class who is not reading on grade level, and you have another child who is in special education? What are you doing? And you don't work as the mother. You have the husband who is a department store manager for a chain grocery store. Like, where is the mentality in these people's mindset that they can have children while this is their living situation? Having children while you are actively in poverty should be a crime. I said what I said. Did I stutter? Honestly, like, be so for real.
It costs anywhere between $100,000 to $120,000 to send one child to daycare here in the state of Massachusetts until they reach public school age. So from ages 0 to 5 years old, you'll be paying about $20,000 a year for your kid to go to daycare or any form of childcare, whether that be a nanny or a nanny share. That's the cost. That is the average cost here in the state of Massachusetts. It varies throughout the country. Some states are much more expensive, some are much less expensive, but $100,000 is the average cost to have one child in childcare. So when we talk about declining birth rates, this is a huge factor. Millennial parents and millennials in general cannot afford to have children because we already know that the cost to raise a child currently, as it's stated, is $237,000 to raise your child to the age of 18. This does not include college. This does not include any extra activities, no after school activities, no sports, nothing. $237,000. Now you take that and you multiply it by multiple kids. It becomes very unsustainable very quickly. Then you add on college. College tuition alone is $100,000 these days. So now you are not only paying $100,000 for childcare, $100,000 to raise them on the bare minimum, which is like food, healthcare, clothing, and then $100,000 for college. Families cannot do it. They can't do it. And so they're choosing not to. They're opting out, which I totally get because that's an insane amount of money. Childcare alone is inaccessible and unaffordable. Even if you can find childcare, which is very difficult to do, it's questionable as to whether or not you can afford it. And the cost continues to rise. It's the thing that is rising the most compared to all other expenses for families. Childcare is rising faster than everyone else or everything else. It's rising faster than home costs, electricity, groceries. It is the fastest rising cost. So people are choosing not to have children because they cannot afford it. And it's obviously always been the case that having children is expensive, but it is the most expensive decision a family will make. It is the most costly decision. I think it has a bigger financial impact than owning a home or buying a car or like any of those big decisions. Having a child is the one, right, that will impact you financially in the biggest way. And one of the biggest reasons is because of childcare. And we have a country that does not support parental leave. It does not provide any sort of funding or infrastructure around childcare to support families. Like, there is nothing to support families. And so that birth rate is probably going to keep dropping because also we know that salaries are not changing. Inflation's rising, childcare is rising, home prices are rising, interest rates are rising, and our salaries are staying the same. And I can bet you that if that stays the same, people will continue to choose to not have children.
Have you seen the daycare costs these days? $2,200 a month for one child. I was talking to this mom at a birthday party this weekend, and she was telling me that she went and got a job for $65,000. And I was like, oh, that's really awesome because her husband makes great money, but they wanted extra money. She said the only downside is that I need to have a nanny come Monday through Friday, and it costs me $2,200 a month. And I don't have kids, so I never even thought of that before. And you know me with my numbers, started having a conversation with her. I said, well, what's your take-home pay, if you don't mind me asking? And she said about $4,000. She goes, so that's the tough part here is that after the daycare cost, I'm only really pocketing $1,800 a month, and then it's $300 in gas because the commute's very far. So I'm really going to work for 40 hours a week and only pocketing $1,500. So I'm wondering if I even made a mistake here and they're trying to figure this all out. And we look at people who have a job at $65,000 or $80,000 or a couple who's making $120,000, and you're like, how can you not afford this? Like, this doesn't make sense. But when you really break it down, her take home of that $65K is only $18,000 a year. So some people, that $1,500 a month is make or break. But I'm curious if she's going to end up moving forward with that job because once they saw the numbers. But I was blown away because I've never looked into daycare costs before. Are you all finding that daycare per child is what, $1,000, $2,000 a month? What's your experience with that?
I just had someone tell me that it's going to cost her $1,800 a month to put her third child in daycare. Excuse me? I had someone else tell me that for their kindergartner, it cost them $11,000 a year. What type of kindergarten school you putting your child in? What kind of job you got that you cashing out $11,000 a year for a 4-year-old? Bring back the TDs and the grandmas. I thought it takes a village to raise a child. Because what exactly is your newborn or your 4-year-old learning for $1,800 a month and $11,000 a year? Because at this point, my 4-year-old better learn how to file their own taxes since y'all cashing out $11,000 a year for some damn kindergarten.
I'm paying $850 a month for my 3-year-old to go to public school. Mind you, I also have a 1-year-old who is in daycare, which costs $1,000 a month. Total, my expenses for the month in childcare alone is $1,850. Working is expensive, but because I have to work, I have to pay for before care and after care. Let me explain what school day is so you have a better understanding. So I work 9 to 5. It's probably an hour commute. Regular school day is 8:30 a.m. Mind you, I work at 9 until 2:50 p.m. What parent does that work for? So of course he has to go to before care and after care, which I knew, but I did not expect it to be as much as I pay for daycare. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be saving some money now, finally. Not paying $2,000 a month in childcare. I was wrong. This is cute. I don't even know what number I was expecting, to be honest, for aftercare and before care for 10 months. That means the other 2 months of the year I have to find additional childcare, and he'll probably be going to their summer camp. I have to prepare myself for that, which is hard because like I'm pretty much already at my wit's end when it comes to bills. Their dad helps out, but I'm responsible for childcare, so it's a lot. And if you're a parent in New York City especially, like, prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourself as best you can financially, because they're coming for our pockets. MTA is $2.90 now. Yeah, just like, how do you expect parents to survive? You know, I definitely plan on moving out of the city eventually, but we're New Yorkers for generations. Like, my whole family grew up in New York. I grew up in New York. I'm a New York girl from the core. If you don't have money to leave, how you gonna leave? And that's what a lot of people don't get, especially like the implants, or people who just are not from here. Baby, I don't got no extra money to leave. Like, we're just making it the best we can right now. I'm blessed to be able to even do what I can with the finances that I have. And adding to that, being a parent, I hope your babies have a wonderful, safe, healthy school year. We're all just doing the best that we can. Have a great day. I'm about to be on my way to work. I gotta get changed.
So guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation, and if you do, which I know definitely you guys are enjoying every bit of this video, please go ahead and give this video a massive thumbs up. Are you a childless woman? Are you a child-free woman? Are you a child-free man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why are you not having kids? I mean, what made you go child-free by choice? Is it because of the economy, or you don't like kids at all? Because I've heard so many people say stuff like it should be a crime to have kids when you are broke, like really broke. I have another question for you guys. I would really like to know what you guys think. And do you think having kids actually make you broke? I know, I understand these people opinion when they talk about people having kids, not just a kid, but kids they can't afford to cater for. Most people say it's a crime against humanity because babies are very expensive. So I would like to know your honest opinion, your honest thoughts about this. So please go down below the comment section and drop your thought, drop your opinion. Make sure you do so respectfully. Remember, everyone is entitled to their opinion and thoughts. Do so respectfully. For me, I have two thoughts, my own opinion to share about this topic. The first one might interest you, but the second one may or might ruffle some feathers. So keep watching, because at the end of this video, I'm dropping my full take, something very different from society's opinion. First of all, I just want to say that some people just don't understand the concept of life. They don't think about the struggle that a child may go through when they are in that moment, like in that broke moment. Or better still, maybe they still understand the concept and they simply don't care about the end results. Like guys, I don't know if it's only me, but have you ever noticed that rich people has like 2 kids while they can afford like 7, 8, even 10 easily, but poor people has like 9 when they can't even afford one? This just to tell you that quality is over quantity, and that's how multi-generational wealth is created, increase over time. Less hair per generation means less wealth dilution in the long term. Honestly guys, it really hurts me a lot seeing someone with more than 2 kids, 3 kids, but they have a meal once a day. People should get children according to their ability to give them good life. And sometimes guys, it's really hard to feel bad for people who do this to themselves, because how can you tell me you feel so comfortable to the extent of getting pregnant for another kid when you can barely cater for the one you already had? To make matters worse, some of them will say stuff like babies are a blessing from God, why the person is not financially stable. Let's be responsible, please, even for once. Yeah, that reminds me, I know a person who managed to create 3 different broken families with no assets while barely above the poverty line. It's really sad situation that repeats from generation to generation. Just imagine. Like, I wish the kids healing and nothing but the best. And to be honest with you guys, it's not just the poverty that is there, but there is so much emotional support that they can give each and every kid, especially when they are plenty. Like the emotional damage that comes with it. So many broken hearts and depressed kids out there. It's such a shame, guys. Guys, having kids is very freaky expensive. and a struggle. And you know, with housing and financial bite, like there's limited to enjoy as cost of living keep going up. And the sad part is this: many parents, like lots of parents these days, don't care about the suffer their kids will pass through in life just because they are poor. What I don't take is someone will come and tell you that they were not expecting the pregnancy. If you don't want to be pregnant again, why don't you protect yourself? Like, many parents out there cannot feed themselves, yet they make many babies. I don't know how come. Like, I don't know. That's always shocked me. How can you say they are surprised that they are pregnant, especially when they are busy with activity that leads to pregnancy? And yes, I know, don't get me wrong, guys, I know children are blessings from God, yes, but have them according to the capacity of your provided blessing. Making babies is sweet, like very, very sweet, but taking care of them, providing for them is expensive, like freaky expensive, and is a lifetime commitment. I said it's a lifetime commitment because you don't stop being a parent even when you have adult children. Anyway, guys, I think it's over to you. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section. I'd like to know your opinion and thoughts. Please go down below the comment section, drop your thoughts, drop your 2 cents. I'd really like to know what you guys think. This is just my take, this is just my opinion, and it's totally okay. Like, it's totally fine for you to disagree. Make sure you do so respectfully. Respect other people's opinion in the comment section.
Y'all remember when this girl posted a TikTok how she had 4 kids under the age of 4 and she was living in a hotel? I be trying to feel sorry for people, but shit like that just pisses me off. And what really fried me was they all had different baby fathers. If you knew you was already in a bad situation, why are you bringing kids to be in that same bad situation with you? I saw somebody else have 5 kids under the age of 5 and they're living in a hotel, and then you're asking for GoFundMes. And I did try to look in the comments to see if they felt the same way. The first comment said, go get a job. Having kids in this economy is already expensive, but you went and you had 4, you had 5, and you're going back to sleep in a hotel, and now you're begging people for money. This is just taking me back to the fact that that one lady who moved out of her home, moved her 3 kids out of her home to go be a content creator full-time and ended up homeless. And now you're on the news begging somebody for help. But the fact that you went to go chase a lifestyle and you put your child in an uncomfortable situation, you're an unfit mother. And me personally, I feel like anybody that has 5 kids under the age of 5, 4 kids under the age of 4, 3 under the age of 3, they need to get their kids taken away. Especially if you're living in a hotel. Especially if they all have different baby fathers. I think a lot of girls be failing to understand that having a kid is not going to keep a man. If that man already said he doesn't want that kid, he's going to leave. He's going to leave, bro. And don't get me wrong, there's some people that really do be playing the cards saying they're gonna, love you and this, that, third, and then when the baby come, they up and out. But majority of the times, the red flags be there. When you got that pregnancy test and you opened it up and you showed this man and you said, oh, babe, I'm pregnant, and he didn't hit you with that reaction, and he said, who baby is it? Or you need to find out because it's not mine. I'm not even trying to promote abortion, but it would have been singing with the angels. I would have named that baby Heaven. I would have told my friends to jump me so bad, just give me straight belly shots. Because there's no way I'm going to be sitting here struggling with a kid. And there's no way I'm going to bring a child into a home where the dad automatically did not want that child. Before that child was even born, he said no. But y'all be wanting to force kids on men so bad. I just hope y'all a little bit smarter, because 5 kids under the age of 5 is crazy. And no, nobody feels bad for you because you did it to yourself. You're fully capable of understanding what the hell you were doing when you spread your legs open. And this is why your GoFundMe is at 0.
Okay, let's talk about childcare and how much it is in California. You are going to just be mind blown at how expensive it is. It is, how do people afford childcare right now in California? Okay, let's break down the numbers. Ready for these numbers? Okay, this is the breakdown of how much it would cost you to send only 1 kid to this particular Montessori school in Southern California. I'll give you 3 options at this particular childcare place. First option is Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 12, and it's $1,200. It's just crazy to think how expensive it is to send your kids to daycare in California or any type of childcare. That $1,200 does not include diapers or lunch. It only includes 2 snacks. The second option they give you is their second program, which is Monday through Friday, so 5 days a week, but from 8:30 to 2:30, which is a half day, and that's gonna cost you $2,250 a month. Here's their third program option. So it's a full day. It's Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30. And this program is going to cost you $2,650 a month. So the $2,650 a month for the full day doesn't include diapers and it doesn't include lunch. Lunch you still have to provide, or they have a lunch there, and it's going to cost you $8 a day. So if I was to send both boys to the school and have them provide lunch for both of them Monday through Friday, it would cost us $5,620 a month. Like, is that real? I mean, what? No. Is this real, guys? Like, $5,620. Hey, I guess I will continue the search. I'll let you know how it goes.
I said poor people shouldn't be having kids, and a lot of people hate that I say that, but it's honestly the truth. Children deserve stability. Children deserve to have safe environments. Children deserve to have consistent environments. And when you live in poverty, you can't provide that. You can't even provide for yourself. Like, duh, you're poor. So how can you provide for a child? Saying poor people shouldn't be having children while they are actively in poverty is not a bad thing. Children need consistency and routines and healthy relationships in their primal developmental years, birth to 5, so that they have the most optimal development, because the brain is 80% developed by the age of 3 and 90% developed by the age of 4. And brain research will show when infants and toddlers are exposed to poverty, it increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone in their body, which negatively affects their brain development. Like, many parents wanted a child or a little, many parents wanted a baby, not a child that they had to parent for the rest of their life. They think having a child is a little accessory, and it's not. It's a human being that's gonna merge into their own person. Like, some of you parents be so...
My hot take about this, my 2 cents. I know, with this high cost of living, inflation, things going up and down, hyperinflation, raising kids is freaky expensive, like 6-figure expensive, like food, healthcare, and even paying for their tuition fee when they eventually grow up. Now, let's change the narrative. Let's look at it from a different angle. Instead of asking, should poor people still have kids? Why not ask, why is everything damn expensive? Because here's the news flash: raising kids shouldn't be so damn expensive. And why is raising kids harder these days? Maybe because of rent, utility, daycare, no parental leave, healthcare. In fact, the lists are on and on. Yeah, I've seen lots of people have kids, multiple kids, and still live fine without going broke. So the bottom line is this: having kids should be made affordable to everyone, like to anyone, not just the rich. Because these days, most people see having kids are just privilege for the rich, which is not supposed to be. And I don't think we should still blame struggling families who try or struggle to cater for the needs of their kids. What do you think? This is my hot take. Yeah, I know this is a spicy topic. Drop your opinion, drop your take respectfully in the comments. So here comes my question, very, very different from what society think, what people think in general. Asking, should poor people have kids, is very, very wrong. That's the wrong question. The real question should be, why do we act like having kids is a privilege for the rich? And why do we put the blame on struggling families instead of the mess up system that keep people struggling? Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Remember, this is just my thought, this is just my opinion. Like, I just want to look this topic from a different angle. That's why I bring this point. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is just my 2 cents. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Let me know your opinion and thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you do so respectfully. Respect other people's opinion. please, and in case you already haven't done so, make sure you hit that like button, like this video. It helps our video so much. Share this video, share your thoughts in the comment section. In case you are just seeing my face for the first time, or you're just coming across the channel for the first time, yes, this is what I do here on my channel, Naturally GlowRia YouTube channel. Feel free to join this beautiful growing family by clicking on that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell notification. In that way, you're gonna notify each time I do drop beautiful videos like this again. And one more thing, guys, there's always exclusive content for members only, so go down below the description box to click on the link to join my membership. And until I come your way again on my next upload, for now, bye guys.